It's Corona time. It's Corona time. Hey, it's Corona time right now. It's Corona time.
All right, that's enough of that. Anyway, oh yeah, how are we doing today? Fucking dealing with some goddamn technical difficulties before I came on here. So, Murphy, you can lick my testicles straight up. It's a good thing they're shaved, though. Welcome, everybody. Today is Thursday, also known as Arms Day. It was a tremendous Arms Day, and we will get into that as well. What's up, everybody who is in the chat? Let me fix my fucking, what's it called? Jeez Louise. I'm a fucking hot mess today. Not really. Just up until I fucking decided to come up on the air. Shit started to go fucking sideways. No big deal. For those of you guys out there that missed yesterday's show, look at this bad boy. Look at this bad bitch. Look at this shit. Hell yeah, boy. If you guys are interested in getting a hard copy of my book, it is now available on Amazon. I will post the link in the chat, but it is also in the motherfucking description if you want to be fucking proactive about it. But since I know most of you guys are lazy assholes, not you guys, of course, but everybody else that's probably listening afterwards, let me go ahead and put that in the old chatty boy. I'm fucking all over the goddamn place. It's all good, though. We got JJ the Terrible in the house. Andrew Rolls. Max. Andrew again. Sean Lavoie. What's up, my dude? How you doing? Of course, as always, hit the like and subscribe if you are not subscribed to this channel. Gladium. Philip Franklin. And we got a few more people who haven't said hi just yet. Let us go to my channel. A God Amongst Men. Let's check out the likes. Nice. We are fucking crushing it on the likes right now. And although it is Thursday, we're rocking the hookah today. Why is that? Today is no carb day. What's up, my dude? Skeleton.Elton. How we doing? How we doing? I like that thumbnail, by the way, for your, what's it called? Your avatar. It's one of my favorite movies. If you guys don't know what movie that's from, number one, you're a piece of garbage. No, I'm just kidding. Number two, you're just misinformed. Misinformed for sure. Sweet. Let me catch up on all this stuff. You end up getting that Jixer pic I sent. Where did you send it to me? The movie They Live. If you have not watched it, highly, highly recommend it. Listen, I got to preface this. It is a fucking 100% cheesy ass fucking 80s movie. Really, really is. Don't go in there expecting it to be a fucking award-winning show. It's got Rowdy Roddy Piper in it. And it is just an epic, epic, epic movie. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Yeah, exactly. I would definitely say that that movie has definitely led to a good red pill awakening for me as well. But I'll have you guys know this. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a big, even though he's probably super stupid liberal, but I'm a big Shepard Fairey fan. I don't know if you guys know who Shepard Fairey is. He is the creator of the brand name Obey. And I do enjoy a lot of his artwork. As a matter of fact, I have 2 pieces of his artwork tattooed on my body. But he got the brand name Obey from that movie. Interesting factoid. I haven't seen Falling Down. Everybody keeps telling me to watch Falling Down. I think I have. Wait, Falling Down's the one with Michael Douglas, right? And he's always walking around in that suit, that fucking weird ass suit where he's got a black tie on, but with a short sleeve shirt. Pretty good. Exit Through the Gift Shop. Yep. With, it was Banksy, right? That was an awesome documentary as well. Hitting up the old lipolyze and ashwagandha right now. That's my time. I wasn't able to finish my meal before coming on the air. Very disappointed in myself, but oh well. No tilapia today. A little bit of a break from tilapia on my no carb days, which is exciting. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, isn't it? I love that. It was so cool. It literally, I mean, it definitely red pills you on society of what's going on. Like you get to see the code of the matrix of what everything's telling you in a way. Yeah, you know, I was a little off on my timing, the Gunt. I was a little off on my timing, but the overall aspect of what I was predicting is, man. That's why I got this thing. That's why I got promoted. The universe promoted me. I have no clue where my cell phone is. That's great. I'm all over the place right now. It's been a crazy. It hasn't been a crazy day. I shouldn't say that, but I'm the 9. What it is. I've been to Disneyland Monday through Wednesday, and they just announced the closing for the weekend and for the foreseeable future, is what you're trying to say there. But yeah, it's crazy. They Live, Falling Down, Fight Club, American Psycho all belong together. Yeah, that's a good. Corona canceled the 2020 presidential election. Trump 2024. Listen, if you go back on this was on Dude Party on MLD's channel. We were talking about this a couple weeks ago, and I predicted that Trump is going to stay in office past his time frame. I also predicted that Trump is going to be the last president of the United States of America. I think afterwards, we're going to break up into city states and or just major territories. And I think that we're going to see a rise again in, I don't want to say empires, but I think we're going to go back to feudalism and definitely dictatorships. So, never been to Star Wars land. Haven't showed up there. Say hello to my little body. That's right. That's right. Oh, no, not you. You stop that. It's Corona time. A one world government is coming. I don't think so. I think that we're going to go the opposite direction. I think that there was a push and a desire for this to happen, for there to be a one world government. Holy crap. Is that so? Yeah, Nigerian Don. Is that your girl? I hope so. Or at least a girl that you have put your wee-wee in. That'd be nice. I was like, yo, is that a chick that's actually talking to me? Fucking squirrel. Oh my goodness. The rise of the crown. Exactly. Hey, good to see you on the live stream. I keep getting your comments after the show. Good to see you on the live stream though. I'm actually super okay with city states. I agree. I present a pretty good argument in my new book, A Patriarch's Vision, Purging Feminism. In this book for the breakdown of city states and the breakdown of democracy. It's kind of funny because for some time, obviously, I thought that democracy was something that needed to be defended. I thought it was the right way of doing business. Obviously, I raised was my right hand? Yeah, I think it was my right hand, and swore to defend the Constitution of the United States of America. I think the Constitution is a pretty good document, but I don't think it's perfect. I think the Constitution did a tremendous job for promoting individual rights and freedoms, which I think if someone were to become a philosopher king, it's still something that you're going to want to abide by as far as maintaining rights for your citizenry. But the problem with democracy that our forefathers didn't foresee was that we were going to give the vote to everybody. And during that time frame, it was only landowners and people who paid taxes, and of course, people who did things like Bucket Brigade and registered for the draft and went and fought wars. And then we opened it up to everybody. And that just made it so that a voting block of people. Holy crap, no way. That's insane, bro. Oh, I wish I had millions right now. I wish I had millions and millions of dollars. But who knows? Maybe who knows what's going to happen to Bitcoin after all this shit? Yep, definitely. Have you ever seen the movie Contagion? Yes, absolutely, I have. I'm done with amusement parks and vacations. Time to get serious. Get ready for survival mode. Yep. Stock up on porn. Oh, man. Disney sucks. Stop enjoying their parks. That's probably why I've never gone there, honestly. My dog just farted. Oh my God, I could hear that. You just fart, bro? Yeah, he did. If things go to shit, Corey, or I'll help you set up a compound. Thank you very much. So going back to this statement here, a one world government, I think they thought that they were going to try to do this. They came up with a plan to like for obviously depopulation. But I think these people also don't realize a level of greed. And the other thing is going to be with what's going on is going to happen. Obviously, when you crumble governments and all this other stuff, there's going to be a huge power vacuum. And I don't think that they haven't really truly been exposed to real, true human nature. And I think they're going to eat themselves as well. And then they're going to be subjected to actually being a human being as well. So it's going to create a huge void. And then whoever actually, I think I don't want to say destined, but maybe deserving, will rise. Who knows? That's just me wanting, that's also me wanting like a happy ending, so to speak, and maybe not necessarily an ending. It's more of like a happy beginning. Because there's no such thing as happily ever after. After all this stuff happens, you're going to have to rebuild. And I would much rather see, and it's kind of the beginning part of this book here is how to develop a good society, like a well-balanced society. So that's really what my goal is. Let's see, scroll all the way down. I'm a movie geek, and John Carpenter's 80s flicks are awesome. Red pill. Hell yeah. Move this over. I can't read my fucking comments today. Please don't unplug my camera. All right, cool. You get dressed again. Can't touch my fucking lifted arms today. I can barely move them. We'll talk about that here in a bit. Because it was just it was such an epic fucking arms day that I'm gonna have to talk about it. Gonna have to. Got my bathmate in the mail today. I need to fucking look these things up. I mean, I've honestly never ever looked into something like that. And I'm under the like the debate. It's like there's a bit of a debate right now. It's like, given the chance, would you want to go bigger? Even if I'm already considered rather large, would you still want to go bigger? And I think that's kind of the same thing that women do. Like when they get big fucking tit implants and they want to go get more, they're like, I want to go bigger. It's like, yeah, why not? I wonder how much that puppy was. I'm going to Google this shit right now. Bath mates. Hydro magic air cushion price. What the fuck? How much are these things? $110 hairs. 200. Walmart's got one for fucking $349. Hydro Extreme 11. Holy crud. Bathmate Hercules Clear. Holy cow. What is going on? I'm not pulling it up on the screen right now, guys, because, I don't want to get flagged. Hydro Extreme Series. OMG. Over 9 inches? That's insane. That's a lot of dollars, though. Holy shit. The wide boy. This is fucking crazy. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Whoa. Cool. I don't know if I'm going to do it, though. Yeah, that's what I heard, too. Cool. I'll look into it. You went the swimmer. The swimmer physique's not terrible, honestly. I'm like a classic bodybuilder physique. Let's look at that. Let's look that up. I'll pull that up. Classic bodybuilding physique. Yeah, that's for sure more my physique. Images. Dang. Huh. All right, let me pull this up. We'll have to pull up some ones that I look more like. That's more my physique right there. If I'm being honest with you guys, more the guy on the right in the red than the shorter guy. He's got a way narrower waist than me, but my legs put that guy's the shame. Like my legs pretty much fucking touch all the way down to, not all the way down to my kneecaps, but and I'll give you guys an update on my physique here in a little bit. I'm about 3.5 weeks into my cut. I'm looking fucking pretty damn good right now. Dropped about 10 pounds, hoping to go down another 10 to 15. That would put me at about 230 to 225, which would be fucking insane. I'd look retarded at that weight. It'll probably slow down here in a little bit, though, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm absolutely a mesomorph. I'll hit that question here in a second. Skeleton.Elton. Let me pull up some more here. The survival bathmate doubles as a well water pump and emergency flashlight. That's hilarious. That wouldn't be a terrible one. Let me see if I could pull up more of my physique then. Doot. Can't get that song out of my head. Fucking hilarious. Holy shit, look at that guy. If my lats were fucking a little bit thicker, the guy on the far my right that I'm looking at in the fucking blue, that's kind of like what I look like, except my lats poke out that far, but they're not as thick. Like he's got some thickness coming through there. Those things are fucking tremendous. But that's more my physique. Sun's out, guns out, baby boy. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Significant weight loss. 70 pounds is life-changing. Crazy, dude. Yeah, that's insane, dude. Seriously. Buy off eBay, way cheaper. All right, cool. Take a look. We'll take a look. I'm burning through fucking money right now, though. I'm buying up so much shit. It's retarded. But man, I'm telling you, I think that the market is going to get super disrupted here in a little bit. And actually, yeah, probably more like this guy. That's about what I look like. Yep. My arms and shoulders look about that. My lats don't have the serratus cuts yet. I hope you guys can see this. And obviously I'm not black, but my quads, yeah, his quads and my quads look almost identical. Obviously not as shredded, but as far as size and proportion, same waist, same abdominal wall too. Yeah. I have like flat abs. I don't have like pokey abs. Yeah. That's about my body type right there. Good stuff. 5'11" and a half is how tall I am too, by the way. I throw out the half all the time. Girls freak out when they see it. Yeah, I got a buddy in here who talks about that all the time. He pulls it out with girls and has them use it on them. Next level game there for sure. I mean, never thought about doing something like that, but we'll take a gander. I mean, it's a muscle, so you might as well work it out if you know what I'm saying. UFC fighter physique is easy to get. Just need abs and low body fat. Yeah, hop on that diet, dude. Get that diet going. My big thing right now is I don't want to look like these bodybuilders. Like, let me pull up that guy's, what's it called? Like that other dude that I had pulled up. Like his arms are way, way, way too big. Like way too big. And the reason why I say that, like you guys look at the guy on the far right in the blue again. His arms are way too big for fighting. And that's why I don't really want to be a bodybuilder because I'm going to have to get my arms back up to some size like that. And it is not good for fighting. Moving, because you use your arms a lot for fighting. You want kind of like a long, slender arm, so to speak, especially for choking people and being able to move around, right? You don't want a heavy, heavy arm. I'd like to put a little bit more mass on my arms just to have a little bit better of like definition and like appearance and balance. But I definitely don't want to go back up to a size like that. I used to have gigantic arms. But yeah, I'm skinny, but not weak looking. I dropped 70 pounds in the face, got 70 pounds in your face. Holy crap. I got super lean, even though I don't quite have a six pack. Overall, that's been way more important. Agreed. What do you think of Drew Bay's response to your question on Masculine Geek about doing only one set to momentary muscular failure? I think that it's hear me out. You should always switch up your training. Now, the thing that where Drew Bay is at is he's probably been lifting and working out now for the better part of 30 years. So he's probably done exactly like what I was talking about. Like before I started going to 4 sets of 6 to 8, I was doing 4 to 6 sets of lightweight 15 to 20 reps in order to stay conditioned for fighting and all this other stuff and to just work out the ligaments. So now my muscles are in that environment where it's like, oh, we're used to that level of hypertrophy and doing all this other stuff. Now my muscles and my body and my metabolism are really, really responding to the way that I'm lifting right now. I think that telling some person just to do that for the rest of their life isn't the right prescription. And then also it really depends on body type as well. Also depends on what gear you're taking. All of the above ties into it. What's your diet like? What's your lifestyle like? What type of gear are you running? Or what type of supplementation are you running? What are your goals? That's the beauty of the human body, guys. So I don't think there's any one answer. I think he's got something right there. The thing is, especially now that I'm a bit older too, I'm 35. Once my muscles are pumped, I don't really push much past that because I don't want to go into the territory of overtraining, right? Once I got a good pump, I'll probably hit one more set after that. And I'm like, all right, that's good. Let's move on to the next body part or whatever. So, yeah. Exactly. The problem is with those guys is they're too big. They don't get enough blood flow. They're not able to stretch. They're just, I remember back in the day when I was really, really bodybuilding, like I was just big. I I was a Marine at that time too. My fucking PFT was terrible. I could barely run. My pull-ups still sucked. I was only hitting maybe 15 pull-ups as a big boy. And I was like, yo, I got to fucking become more functional. And I started focusing on running more because obviously the PFT, physical fitness test, you got to run 3 miles. Best time you could do it in is 18 minutes for 100 points. You need to hit, I just looked up the PFT. They changed it. You got to hit 23 pull-ups now. Before it was just 20. So it's like, you definitely want to have a good balance of being large. I was talking with Googs about this the other day. And it was longer than the other day. It was like 4 weeks ago, maybe longer. But your best bet is to, when you're in your younger years, to become a power athlete and to train in powerlifting and like get your central nervous system used to carrying. How'd you know? That's exactly what I did. But yeah, you're better off training and learning the compound movements and getting really heavy in those, because the stronger someone is, the harder they are to kill. Honestly, the stronger someone is, the more they're going to be able to endure something more long-term. So, we were talking about it, and it's like, let's say you have to do like boat lifts or you have to do log lifts or something like that. And a log with 8 other people, you're carrying maybe a maximum amount of 60 to 80 pounds. Let's say that maximum. But if I could sit there and I could deadlift or I could push press around those, like, let's say my max push press is like 250 or 280. Well, now that 80 pounds is what? How much, what percentage of that is that? Let's say, good, terrible at math. What's that, a third? 33%. So I have to lift 33% a bunch of times. But if my push press as a weaker or a smaller fucking individual, if my push press is 150 pounds and I'm having to push press and rep 60 to 80 pounds, let's say maximum, that's how much it would be. I'm not going to be able to endure that type of task because it's a larger percentage of my 1 rep. So you're better off learning how to, earlier on, lift heavy weights. It's also something that happens up here too. It's like right now, I could probably walk up to, for the rest of my life, I could probably walk up to a deadlift that's stacked with 495 pounds. And I could probably go lift that cold. I probably will always be able to, barring any fucking gnarly injuries, be able to deadlift 495 pounds. Because to me, that weight is a doable weight for me. I've done it numerous times. I have no, what's it called? Like no, mental blockages about that. Louis Simmons talks about that. He at fucking, I don't know how old he is now. I'm going to guess he's around 68, 69, maybe a little bit older, but he deadlifts 600 pounds 1 time a year, every single year, to make sure that he can do it. And it's because he trained his body to do that. It's like, he's a power athlete. He can do something like that. So, that's a good strategy. Again, that's the beauty of the human body too. There's going to be some people out there that can't be power athletes. I can be a power athlete. I tried to stay around 220 to 225 pounds when I was in the Marine Corps. And I was able to run at 225 pounds. I was able to run a 3 mile in 19 minutes and 21 seconds, hammer out more than 20 pull-ups, pass the physical fitness tests, be able to rock 100 pounds of gear for miles. And then obviously I was able to pretty much go through the entirety of force reconnaissance training and so forth. So at 225 pounds, and then still be able to deadlift over 500 pounds and squat 500 pounds and all that other stuff. Someone asked a question, Corey, what do you think your maxes are at right now for those movements? What's your squat, dead, and bench current PR? I'd say, man, I haven't really pushed myself that hard lately. Just a couple weeks ago, I did 495 for 5 on the deadlift. So that would probably put my deadlift around a 570-ish, let's say, right now. Back squat, I've back squatted 405 for a good 1 to 2 rep. That was a couple months ago, and that was pretty good. So I'd say my squat right now is probably around 475, maybe a little bit more if I really wanted to push myself. I always try to say that I could squat over 500, but I got a little bit of a mental block right now, especially because I'm getting older. Bench press is probably doo-doo. I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe 300 pounds. Maybe. I'm a very weak pusher, especially because I had an injury in jiu-jitsu a year, like 2 years ago, where I fucking pinched a nerve in my upper neck, and it actually atrophied my entire left arm down to like a baby arm. It was crazy. So I've had to build up from there. Literally a year and a half ago, I couldn't do a push-up. So I've rebuilt since then. A lot of physical therapy on my own, massage, chiropractic, and acupuncture. And now I'm able to get that back. So maybe 300, but I haven't been training in that stuff. I've been training more of like, kind of like what I'm talking about right now. 80% is my maximum that I'll go on most of my stuff. And I want to be able to rep those out. I want my body to be working optimally. And I just want to know if and when the time comes that I need to do something, that I'd be able to do it. So it's more of a health balance rather than being than maxing out. I've maxed out so much my entire life that right now I'm just like burnt on it. My body's kind of burnt. Right. So now it's like, hey, like stay healthy. You can probably do it if you needed to, but anyway. Ever try rack pulls to get your deadlift max up? Absolutely. I love rack pulls. I can fucking load the bar, like stupid amounts for rack pulls. That's not necessarily the issue. And I'm converting my deadlift over to sumo squat, or sumo stance rather, a sumo deadlift. Actually, I should hit some more of that too pretty soon. What weight are you training with on the incline? I'm hitting about, for 8 reps, I'm hitting about 275, 285. So it's not too terrible. I was doing floor presses the other day too, and I was doing floor presses easily with 225. And that felt good to pump my chest up. So right now, also because of the cut, so that's kind of another thing we got to talk about. Because my calories are probably around like 2,700, maybe less than that. I think we're probably around 23. I didn't check. I didn't ask. I didn't say what's my macros or any of this stuff because I don't want to know. Yeah, 5-3-1's a pretty good one. Build up to a good 5 and then 3. I'd even do like 3. I'd go probably like 5-5, 3-3-3, 1-1-1 in order to hit your PR. Yo, asshole. What's up, dude? Yeah, I watched that stuff. It's pretty fucking cool. That 3-on-3 fucking MMA fight was kind of cool too. I would have liked to have seen it a little bit more organized, but I think that was a good idea. Because I know how you get down, bro. I'm the same way. You heard his first sentence. You're like, I'm good. Oh, man. It's all opinions. It's just all opinions at this point in time. So, yeah, I'm good. What weight are you training on the incline? On the Gay Smith machine. Already said that one. Never tried sumo. All right. So, I'm going to have to look up these bath mates after this, but I'm spending way too much money on too many other things. Blah, 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 blah. What did I do today? Well, obviously I got up, and what did I do this morning? Did I do anything crazy this morning? I feel like I did, but I don't necessarily know. Doesn't matter. Got ready for the gym regardless. Went and did fucking arms. Watched a few videos. Of course, that's like my big thing that I've been doing lately. Is watching videos before I go to the gym in order to get my mind prepped for what I need to be doing. If I'm going to the gym and I'm going to be putting in the dedication, I might as well be going there with that on the front of my mind, knowing and looking at what I'm trying to do. And it was tremendous. It really helped me out today, honestly, because I'm also the type of person that I kind of have to understand the science behind it. I have to understand the anatomy, what's going on, how things are working. So listening to a few people talk about biceps and triceps, they're obviously talking about, hey, you need to hinge from the elbow. And that's something that I was kind of forgetting to do. And then the other thing I was forgetting to do, and this is something that's kind of the downfall of jujitsu, is jujitsu has me still kind of like gripping things, right? Because that's what you're doing a lot of. So my forearm takes over on a lot of stuff. And I had to learn to like relax my hand when I'm gripping the fucking whatever I'm gripping, right? The dumbbell or the barbell or the grip for the cable or whatever. And then let the elbow do the work instead of the forearm. And that's why I've been having a lot of issues with my tricep and bicep development. So it was kind of nice to sit there and think of that. And I saw some new types of lifts to do today to really isolate the muscle. And I tried them out and oh my God, it was so awesome. Like for instance, doing incline on an incline bench, doing my bicep curls on an incline bench instead of being upright. I did some barbell curls and I let the barbell fully roll down my hand, down my fingers rather, at the bottom of the rep. And then I had to like climb it back up and then focus on squeezing from the elbow by that point in time. Instead of, because when I drop it down on the negative, I'm still holding and I'm still gripping it, which is only locking in the forearm. So then the bicep and the tricep kind of turn off, so to speak, that relationship of the elbow. So it's like you let it roll all the way down and then you start to curl from the fingers. And then by the point in time you get it up, you're squeezing from the bicep, which was fucking super cool. So my fucking arms got like super, super, super pumped today. Triceps did a few different things. Like incline bench, skull crushers, which was cool. So it was like behind my head completely. Close grip bench press, learned a few different techniques to do with that. And then laying flat on, like chest flat on the incline bench and then doing kickbacks doing that as well. So you take some of that cheating out from the shoulder and you isolate the tricep, which was fucking super awesome. So, what were you teasing them with? All right. You keep talking about colloidal silver. So I'm going to post this up so that people can see that you're posting it in the chat. Does it feel like someone's outing a cigarette on your shoulder when you lift heavy? I've had pinched nerves and shit that feels like someone's taking a torch to my neck and shoulders when I'm lifting heavy. Yeah, you got some muscular imbalances that you got to work on. That's pretty good. I like that. If it works for you, for sure, definitely keep going with it. But then, like I said, the body really truly adapts quickly. So 6 weeks from now, you're going to probably want to try something different and go back to like a slow monolithic burn in a way of like, just time under tension kind of stuff. And then switch things up, try different things, see how your body reacts to it. Delfinity, what a great question. What have you learned from being injured, e.g. appreciation, humility? When I was in my 20s, I lifted a lot with ego. Especially when I was doing CrossFit. I would fucking max out way, way, way too much. I would max lift way too much. And that also led to like tremendous pressure on my central nervous system, which also had a tremendous impact on my hormones, which caused a lot of different things to occur too, which only exacerbated like the PTSD aspect of things. The other thing that I learned from being injured is this, I'm still fighting through some different levels of injuries, but you're always going to have some level of injury. You're never going to be perfect. And the thing is to just keep going. Like no matter, even when I was at my fucking weakest and I looked terrible physically, I was still trying to do something. I was still trying to get better. And it's like, you can always come back from it. You can always come back from it. We are, especially if you have the will and drive and desire, there's always a way to come back. So, as I got older, now that I'm older, I understand how much I can push myself, and I try not to push myself past a certain level. There's going to be days and there's sometimes that I do, however, in order to test myself, but it's fewer and far between. Maybe like once a quarter will I max deadlift now. Like maybe once a quarter will I max deadlift. Whereas before I was max deadlifting like at least, I mean, shit, conjugate method is like once or twice a week. Like a different type of max deadlift though. So that shit was pretty crazy. Now it's more of a lifestyle and it's about playing the long game and not looking for the short-term games, not short-term gains, and keeping my body healthy so that I can enjoy it for the next, I'm going to live to like 186, so 151 more years. I'm calling it. That's how long I'm going to live. Hopefully longer. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I think. That's what I think. Yep, I watch a bit of Athlean X too. Definitely rotator cuff exercises. It definitely sounds like you got some lower lat issues too. Like there's some stiffness in your lats that are causing you to over accentuate or over pronate the shoulder, like a rounding forward of the rotator. So you might want to work on that. And you might even want to do some scapular work as well to pull all that stuff back and down. Great yawn on that one. Holy crap, that was amazing. You're welcome. So after I finished at the gym, I decided, and I knew that I needed to anyway, I needed to go to Costco because I was all out of top round sirloin, which is, I eat 6 ounces of top round for my last meal of the day every single night. So I was out and I was like, I need to go there because that's the best deal for meats. I need to get some more chicken. I need to get some more chicken for my dog. I feed my dog chicken legs, drumsticks every single night for dinner, raw. It's his favorite and it's very good for him. So I need to go get him some, and then I need to get more tilapia and all that good stuff. And I showed up there. I showed up to Costco around 2:30, I would say. And remember, today is Thursday. And holy crap. I showed up there. The entire parking lot was filled. Walked up. And like I said, I always park in the back. I always park in the back regardless. I'm not going to go and fight for a fucking parking spot up close. It's like I can fucking walk to the I can walk in an extra minute or two. It's not going to kill me. So walk up and there's literally like almost no carts. There's almost like no carts in the little area. There's man, I walk in and I see the lines to fucking check out. And I'm like, holy shit. Like every single line is, what's it called? Open, right? There's a cashier at every single line. And there's probably like, on average, there's probably like 9 people waiting in each line. The people that are stupid that don't realize that they can go to the other end, they're like, there's like 14 or 15 people waiting in line. I was like, oh my God. And I'm looking at what people are buying. I was looking at what people were buying on the way out to the, when like people were walking out to their cars, and I'm seeing people are buying tons and tons of pasta and tons of bread. And I saw one guy, he walked out and he had like 3 or 4 bags of pasta and like 3 fucking jars of ragu pasta sauce. And like, that's all he got. And like, he got like a fucking thing of water, like little 20 ounce fucking things of water. He got 1 little case of that. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Right? Like, if you're going to prep, if you're going to get some stuff, like how long do you think that's going to last you? How long do you think that's going to last you if like you get quarantined, so to speak, and that's all you're going to be able to do? That's all you're going to be able to eat. You think that 3 fucking bags of pasta is going to help you out? Anyway, that's what everybody was doing. People were buying a shit ton of pasta, a shit ton of bread, and they're buying up like, I think that had to be the only cases of water that they had there, were these little fucking 20-ounce bottles. What are they? Maybe like a 50 pack of 20-ounce bottles. People were like buying 2 or 3 of those. I was like, what? Like, I get panic buying, like I get it, but yo, if you're gonna go out and panic buy, like go buy a bunch of shit. Most people need a forced diet. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on too. So I was like, I already had like my small list of stuff that I need to get. I was like, I need to fucking go and get my stuff real quick and get the fuck out of here, right? Because I don't want to wait in line forever. I took a little peruse around like the pharmacy area because I was gonna go and buy some Sambucol. Sambucol, I think is right. It's an elderberry syrup. That is, people are saying that elderberry is probably one of the best things you could be taking to avoid getting sick. I was like, let's go see if they have some. I just wanted to go see if they had some because I know last week or 2 weeks ago when I went there, they had plenty. And they didn't even have the sign up for it. They didn't have a spot that was even designated for it anymore. They put some different shit out there because that shit was fucking gone. Excuse me. Fucking crazy. But the look on these people's faces too, it was like people were acting like they had seen a ghost. Like people are in a fucking serious state of disillusionment right now. They're fearful. And what's going on right now with the markets and everything, crazy. Boomers externally. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but was it at the beginning of the year? End of the year, beginning of the year, end of last year, beginning of this year, I was working as a mortgage broker. Yeah, is that the right term? Fuck, who cares? Yeah, I was a mortgage broker. I was working for a mortgage broker selling mortgages, learning about the whole refinance industry and all that other stuff, and learning just about obviously mortgages because my idea was this, learn about all that stuff, learn where the money comes from, because if you're going to get into big time real estate investments, like what I'm trying to get into, you should probably know the system from the inside. So, and then it wouldn't hurt if I fucking actually made some money, but I didn't. Now, for those of you guys know that with the Fed cut and the interest rate cut and all this other stuff, there's a huge spike in refinances. And it was probably over the last week or two, right? Let's just round it up to 2 weeks just to be safe here. My good buddy, that's all he does is refinance. And he was fucking crushing it for the last 2 weeks. So much so that like they started to pretty much do like a triage type of thing with the amount of people that were coming in. Is they were only giving the refinances to people that like overly qualified, and they weren't able to lend money to people that were just average Joes, average whatever, like the people that for sure like guaranteed would get approved. That's the only people that they were putting through. Now, what just happened the last 2 or 3 days, he was telling me, is this. Because there were so many requests and so many people that wanted to borrow money, the banks came back and fired back and they said, we can't handle this load. So you're going to have to take this into your own hands kind of deal to these refinancing companies and so forth. So what they did was now they're giving special pricing, and the refinancing, what's it called? So I think we're at like, I forgot what he said. He said the rates were like 2.75 like a month ago or something like that. That was like the best that you could do. That was really good. And then obviously it dropped and all this other stuff. Now they're saying that the best rate that you can do is like a 3.85 or like a 3.75. So they bumped it up. These refinance companies bumped it up another percent themselves as their own special pricing in order to pretty much like turn people away. Because the banks, yeah, exactly. What's going on right now is the banks don't have the liquidity. They don't have the ability to give the money out and give loans out at the rate that people were trying to fucking refinance. So, so I don't know exactly what all this means. It's kind of crazy though. I'm just letting you guys know, like, this is information that's being spoken to me and being told to me. What's crazy right now too is this, because this has never happened from what I've ever seen either. Cash is kind of king right now. Cash is still strong, but with how the markets are turning out, gold and silver are on the decline. Bitcoin is fucking big time on the decline right now. Usually, and what's crazy, I don't understand how the market is happening right now, because oil is down like almost to the point where it's like fucking useless in a way, right? It's like almost to the point where even processing oil is going to fucking be at cost to the fucking oil companies. Like, how is it that when the markets are doing so terribly, how is Bitcoin and gold and silver, which are normally, they'd normally peak, they'd normally fucking go crazy. It's a fire sale. Exactly. That's exactly what's going on. Just wait until we have negative interest rates. Crazy. I can't imagine what's going to happen. But there's something going on with the market, guys. Obviously, there's something going on with, that's a very fucking astute observation. But it's not making a lot of sense. All the things that people would usually invest in to kind of come out of this a little bit more safe, like real assets, even Bitcoin, like I said, everything's crashing. So it just seems like everything right now is crashing. And I think that cash will probably be, you will see a total lending freeze. Absolutely. That's going to happen. Yeah. So that's kind of what's up. That's kind of how things are rocking and rolling. I thought my hookah was dying on me, but it's not doing too terrible. You mean the Fed pumping 5 trillion into the market isn't normal? Apparently they're going to dump more too, from what I hear. They're going to have to dump more in order to reassure the public. But what's that going to do to the dollar? That's the question. What's that going to do to the dollar? Because right now the dollar is looking fucking strong, or stronger than Bitcoin and gold and silver. But if you overinflate it this much by dumping this much money into the economy, what's that really going to do to the dollar? And then I think everything's just going to pop. So the best investment I think you can make, yeah, exactly. What dollar? It's an imaginary figure. It's an imaginary thing now. It's just not, there's nothing real about the dollar, which means it's a bubble. And I think right now what they're doing is they're puffing the bubble up as much as fucking possible in order to get people to make their last. Exactly. You're 100% right. If I sent it to my buddies today, but I was rocking my my End the Fed fucking tank top at the gym today. And if you guys don't understand what he's talking about here, if you guys don't understand fiat currency, if you don't understand anything about the Fed, do go out and buy the book. It's called The Creature from Jekyll Island. It's a fucking tremendous read. It's a big fucking book, but it'll explain this stuff to you of what's going on. But what was I talking about before that? Use your dollar now. Buy assets that you can actually hold in your hand and possibly barter with people with, because my guess is that this economy is going to tank hard, and there's not going to be really anything out there that you're going to be able to trade other people with aside from like real assets. The Bogdanovs are behind this. I have no clue who that is. Ammo equals currency. You didn't hear me say that, but I approve that message. I still also think that buying the Bongadovs, I fucking missed that. The Bogdanovs. Bogdanov. Brothers. are French twin brothers who are television presenters, producers, and scientific essayists since the 1970s have presented various subjects in science fiction. I'm going to look it up afterwards. Holy fuck, that's the guy that's got fucking crazy plastic surgery on his face. Oh my God, these people are fucking so weird. What the fuck? I got to pull this up just to show you. Stack up on sex dolls. That's a pretty good idea. How large is the global derivatives bubble that is popping? I don't know. Fucking weirdos, dude. What are you guys doing? Holy balls. Dude. Holy shit. Before? After? Holy crap. Why would you do this to yourself? This is creepy. Never trust anybody who fucking... Huh. That's what I got what you're saying here. 15 eerie facts about the Bogdanov brothers. I guess I'm going to have to fucking hit the goddamn 15 eerie facts. Why don't you fucking tell me what they are, you stupid idiots? They are alteration addicts. Okay, I'm sure that whatever. Aliens and angels communicate with them. Cool. If you're a believer in extraterrestrials and aliens, you may be, then maybe you are willing to believe this theory. Believers in the supernatural and alien abductees throughout the universe will be willing to listen to the messages transmitted through these twins as catalysts. They suffer from acromegaly, whatever, or acromegaly, whatever. Non-cancerous tumors. The symptoms include enlargement of the face, hands, and feet. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That's plastic surgery. Promote some crazy ideas that could be scientific or science fiction. What are some of the ideas? Someday that a spirit is showing up among the laws, and that spirit is a spirit that is immensely superior to man. Whatever. They're almost 70 years old. Okay, that's fine. Igor is married into royalty. That makes sense. They originate from ancient bloodlines, though their faces are deceiving since they have undergone plastic surgery. This chart compares the twin faces with ancient pharaoh named Akhenaten. As anyone knows, the Russian-born twins are not really descendants of pharaohs, or are they? The bog pill conspiracy theory. The bog pill theory originated from internet trolls who created the 4chan and started exploding on Reddit and YouTube. Okay, what is it? This theory states that the fucking brothers have a complete monopoly over DNA testing labs around the world. There are even a number of people who believe that the twins developed nanobots for the purpose of creating a collective conscious to replace human free will. Whoa. They have a cult following. They have doctorate degrees, abnormal IQs. They are multilingual masters. They are licensed pilots. They grew up in a castle. They were hot commodities back in the day, of course, and they became famous through memes. All right. That's all I got. Oh, shoot. I thought that was on the screen the whole time. Sorry. Yeah. Hit the like button. Boop, beep, boop, 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 beep. I'll look it up. I'll look up the meme. I know, isn't that crazy? $2.0 quadrillion. Fuck, crazy. I'll look up this meme real quick too. We're talking about some crazy shit, bro. And then we'll get on topic. Bogdanov meme. The Rothschilds hate them, supposedly. I don't know what the meme is. All right. I'm going to look this up on the off chance because I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, let's get on topic real quick, because there's some stuff I want to talk about. I had one of my main dudes, one of the guys of the WarTribe, he sent me a text of this girl that started kind of freaking out on him because he held some boundaries on her. And she's like, oh, my God, you're a fucking asshole. And he still maintained and held frame, which is fucking awesome. Because what's really going on when a girl is calling you an asshole is, now, of course, there's a lot of context to it. It depends on what it depends on what's going on, and it depends on how she says it in the context of it. So if you're actually truly being like a fucking asshole all the time and she's like, oh my God, you're the biggest asshole kind of deal. Actually, that one probably plays out pretty well as well. Usually what she's doing is this. There's two forms. What she's trying to do is she's obviously, number one, it's a shit test. She's like, you're an asshole. And it's one of those things of like, are you going to back down? Are you going to try to change, or are you going to change your behavior because she has given you a criticism of your negative or whatever attitude or behavior? That's obviously a shit test. Why is it a shit test? Because really what she's truly communicating to you is this: I like this behavior, but I'm going to test to see if it's really truly your behavior, to see if you're really truly authentic with this. Because if you're really truly authentic, then you're not going to stop based off of me calling you an asshole. So the real language that she's using when she calls you an asshole is, I really like this. Keep doing it. I'm pretending to be bothered by this to shit test you, to see if you'll change your ways. Because if you do, then you're really truly a beta. Fucking Illuminati stuff, bro. Fucking adrenochrome. Injecting it right into their eyeballs. If they call me an asshole, I respond with congratulations. You finally figured out water is wet. Better late than never. I just smile and say, yep, thank you. Yeah, no kidding. Super weird, huh? So yeah, that's the big thing, guys, is this. Now, what we got to talk about too is this: the difference between a shit test and disrespect with any type of comment or whatever that she makes towards you, because she's obviously always going to push boundaries and push buttons. So, but there's a difference, right? If she's like, if she says anything more than you're just an asshole and she keeps going, right? Then that's kind of becoming borderline disrespectful. She's like, oh my God, you're such a fucking asshole, you piece of shit kind of deal. Now it's like, hey, watch your fucking tone and don't speak to me like that. I got to reassert my boundary. But if it's like a playful, or like you do something and she's like, oh my God, you're such an asshole. Or it's like, you are an asshole. It's like, yeah, exactly. Can we move on from this now or what? Right? Like, yeah, I already knew that. Thanks for telling me what I already knew. Those are the kinds of responses that you want to say. Like, do not shy away from it. Do not cower away from it. But if it's like, no kidding, like a disrespectful kind of thing of like, she's like trying to make fun of you and she's trying to cut you down through like what would be considered verbal abuse today. That's me fucking reacting to that. Then you're going to have to reinforce some different types of boundaries. One is flattery, so to speak. Take it as flattery. Another version is taking it as disrespect. And when you're disrespected is when you need to come in right after that and you need to let her know that is not okay. It's not going to be tolerated. And you don't react with an ultimatum of like, you ever act like that again, then I'm out. You reinforce the boundary, and through your demeanor, you let her know that you're out of there if it continues. So this is the big thing that a lot of guys do, is they kind of ask permission to do these things. That's usually what an ultimatum is as well, is it's like, I'm kind of asking permission to put this boundary down on you. If you do this, then I'm going to do this. And anytime you give a woman an ultimatum, she's always going to push the boundary further. Why? Because she recognizes that subconsciously. She recognizes that you're still asking her permission to be in charge, so to speak. So if it continues, what do you guys need to do? If she's just continued disrespecting you, exactly. Disrespect or demeaning, they get bounced. So what type of behavior do you take when you establish the boundary. Hey, that's such a good fucking way to do business too. It's like I do that with my dog sometimes when he's kind of acting a little bit crazy. I'll just be like, hey, right? That sharp, crisp, fucking deep snap. It's a snap with your voice, right? You're cracking the whip, so to speak. Hey, stops. It stops all motion in that moment of like, you know? And you're like, do not speak to me like that. And you just stop right there. And if she doesn't cower or acquiesce and she continues, what do you guys do? What action do you take? She's like, fuck you, fuck that shit, fuck your fucking little bitch, all this other stuff. Well, guess what? She doesn't have respect for you. She doesn't have respect for your boundaries. And she's going to continue to do this. This is not a type of person that you want to continue to have a relationship with. So you just simply grab your keys and you turn around and you fucking walk away. Walk away. Too many of you guys out there, you don't have this ability to actually take action on walking away or know when to do it. And I understand it's kind of hard, especially being fucking raised in a blue pill environment and all this other stuff. It seems kind of cruel. It also seems like because we come from this kind of white knight, Captain Save-A-Ho type of thing, oh, I can fix this situation. No, you're actually better off overreacting, so to speak, not overreacting with your emotion, but overreacting with your action of withdrawing attention and getting out of there. And the best part about it is how you act. You do so in a means of not showing any type of emotional response either. She continues, you just go, shrug your shoulders and grab your keys, or just stay there and go, and then you grab your keys and you fucking walk out. Or if she's at your place, just politely say, get your stuff and get out of here. No, I'm not going to do this. Get your stuff and get out of here. If you don't leave, I'm going to call the police. Get out of here. Right? Because at that point in time, you definitely have all ability to do so. And that's not an ultimatum. If you don't leave, I'll call the police. It's leave before I call the police. And I fucking I've never gotten to the point that I've had to do that. I don't like the threat of calling the cops. I think that's kind of fucking bitch made. But in today's world, that's kind of what you got to do. In today's world, you got to do that. In the days of old, you probably could have fucking hemmed that bitch up by her arm and fucking lifted her up and fucking just escorted her politely off of your premises. But in today's world where she's going to obviously, when you grab her, she's going to faint on the ground and pretend as though you fucking just socked her with a goddamn baseball bat and start crying and fucking poke her arm over and over to make the bruises more prominent or whatever. Don't do it. Don't touch her. Don't fucking put your hands on her. I wish this wasn't the way, because if someone's on my property and they're not obeying the rules of my fucking domicile, of my own space, you have every right, in my opinion, and this is the way that the laws used to be, to remove said people from your property. Because at that point in time, they're trespassing, right? So you should have every right to fucking stand your ground inside your own fucking home and protect your boundaries and space. However, because the laws are always against fucking men in today's world, turn on your fucking phone, turn on your fucking, what's it called? Your voice memo, or start fucking video recording, put it down on the bed or whatever to have your hands free and do that. And I know this is kind of going down to fucking, what's it called? It's kind of going down to whatever, but you guys got to be willing. You guys got to be willing to either get out of there or have that person get out of your life at that moment in time. Because the longer you sit there and the longer you take the abuse, the more and more it's going to chip away at you, thinking that you can somehow fix it. Or if you're going to sit there and wait for the temperature to cool down, it's like, no, that's not cool. Get out of here. I'm done with you. This is over. So there's that. But if you're playing the game right, she is going to utter the phrase that you're an asshole at some point in time. And if it's playful and it's not disrespectful and it's not a means to cut you down, so to speak, understand that it's a shit test. She enjoys your frame. She enjoys what you're doing. It doesn't mean ramp it up right then and there. It just means keep doing what you're doing and continue from there. So it's okay, hon. At least you're pretty. That's pretty good. I pull out my phone and start looking at the stock market. Better use of my time anyway. Yeah, just remove attention as well. I definitely do the phone thing as well, in order to let it be known that I'm not paying attention to you. This is done. Get out of here. See you later. Right on, asshole. Good stuff. It's my favorite. It's my favorite nickname. What? Oh yeah. My coals are out. Fuck. It didn't last too long. I'm gonna have to fucking redo them. Redo. What if one gets angry anytime a female opens her mouth because there's always an agenda behind her words? What do you mean? Like, what if you get angry? Is that what you're asking me? I'm lost. I'm kind of lost because here's my perspective on this stuff. Like if you know that that's going to happen, because women always go for the jugular. If they're upset at you and they're going to do these types of things, and if they don't have respect for you, they're going to try to cut you down. The goal is this, like, being a man means being centered in any type of these situations. You can't allow yourself to get thrown off course emotionally, especially from someone calling you names. This is why, and I know I have a few of my black brethren in here, but if someone drops the N-bomb on you, just smile. Like, there's this kind of weird type of thing in our society right now that makes it okay for you to overreact and get mad when someone calls you a name, especially a racist name. Oh my goodness. Now, if someone's following you around and they're in your ear and they're fucking disrespecting your fucking space as you're trying to remove yourself from this stuff or whatever, 100% turn around and sock that person. 100%. But if someone just says a word in order to kind of like instigate you in a way to knock you off your emotional rocker, they win. Even if you overreact with fucking physical violence. Words, unless it's like something that's super 100% like repeated and redundant, like disrespect over and over and over and over kind of thing, right? You should not be allowing yourself or giving yourself the ability to be over emotional to any word, to anything, right? Don't get angry. Do not get angry. When you get angry, you operate in the state of emotion, right? And then you give yourself the ability to overreact. And there's a reason why people say overreact, right? Don't overreact. Don't allow your power to be taken from you. That's really what it comes down to. Not cutting me down. They try to get my attention, take time from me. I think what we just need to discuss here is your boundaries. If someone's trying to take something from you, you need to be able to say like no, right? Or you need to be able to communicate in a way, somehow, some way, like this is not okay. One of my biggest things is if someone's trying to take my time, I'm just like, hey, I'm busy. And I usually don't respond right away too if they're trying to say something like that along those lines. I don't respond because I'm busy. If I'm not hanging out with you, I got something else that's going on. If I haven't made you a priority or if I haven't scheduled something with you, then I got something else going on. And even if it's just sitting at home fucking clipping my toenails, that's priority number one to me right now. You don't have the ability. I don't allow these types of things to happen in my life. I do not allow women to dictate my time frame whatsoever. Oh, but you're never fucking available, all this other stuff. Yeah, I'm busy. You know what I'm about. You know I'm on my fucking purpose. You know I'm taking care of stuff. Why are you trying to steal my time? It's being selfish. Oh, I just want to see you and all this other stuff. Okay, cool. Well, we'll see each other. How's Saturday night? You free? Awesome. See you Saturday night. Oh, I want to see you. I can't right now. I'm busy. Right? That's strike two at this point in time. Oh, come on. At that point in time, when she starts begging and doing all this other stuff, ignore. I ignore until a day or two later. And then I'll text her and I'll say something along the lines of, I'll see you Saturday at 8:30. Oh, okay. Right? And there will be nothing brought up about her fucking little tantrum that she was throwing. She won't even apologize. It's just, she was shit testing you. So those are the things you got to be cognizant of and be aware of and kind of understand what's going on when it comes to females and how they communicate and how you need to establish your boundaries. That's good. It usually means that if I'm going to read into the situation, and I know you personally too. I mean, you're very, you hold yourself very well. So that's kind of that. Usually that's like a word reserved for someone who's trying to get under someone's skin because they felt slighted or jaded or somehow, some way, right? There was already some kind of altercation that's kind of happened, right? So anyway, oh man, it's approaching that time right now. Gentlemen, got off to a not too much of a late start today, but I had to fucking turn my computer off and then restart it and all that good shit in order to get the camera running. For those of you guys that are not aware, my website, www.coreycapella, has all things Corey Capella. If you want to get over there, you can buy both of my books from there. You can book a consultation. You can join WarTribe if you want to. You can even fucking go and check out my Patreon. But either way, if you guys feel it in your heart at this point in time, do head over to Amazon and get yourself a hard copy of this puppy. Actually, you can get whatever version you want, but I mean, look at how fucking cool this book is. Who wouldn't want to have this book hanging out on their fucking coffee table when some girl comes over? Right? That's just how I feel about it. It's a pretty epic book. Cool. Let me drop the link in the old description, even though I already have it fucking copied. You bet, dude. You're welcome. And that's where you can buy the book if you're interested in doing so. I got a debate right now whether or not I'm going to go to the gym again and fucking just go and do cardio. I should instead of riding my bike, but I also kind of don't want to. The struggle, man, the struggle. I should go do that. I'll probably feel better about myself if I go do that as well. So that's what I'm going to go do. Anyway, tomorrow is Friday. Shoulders. Oh my God. I'm so excited for shoulders. I love fucking hitting shoulders. I'm going to fucking blow those puppies up. And then of course I'll be with you guys live at 4:30 p.m. as usual. That's all I got for you guys today. Fuck it. Keep safe. Invest your money wisely into some fucking good resources and buy yourself a bath mate. See you later. Adios.